Now, social media is more than just a fun way to pass the time. It can be a lucrative moneymaker and help you build brand awareness.
That's right, and our next guest is a digital and social media specialist at the ZBA agency, and he has actually helped more than 150 businesses dramatically increase their online footprint. Here to provide tips to maximize your pages is Terrance Bell. Thank you so much for being here.
How you doing?
So we are incredibly excited to have you here, and I think all of our viewers are too, because everybody needs help with their social media.
Right, totally agree.
So tell us, let's start with a question on everybody's mind.
Right.
Why did Instagram change their algorithm?
Well, they changed it because of the monetization issues in which that influencers were able to climb up the brackets too easy, leading to what you would call it, infatuation of the whole platform itself. Right. So what that means is really that the influencers weren't getting exactly what they need because people were just making fake accounts over and over again. It was so easy for it to be created and be done.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, we don't want fake accounts, so we'll start with your account. How many followers do you all have, you or your company?
Oh, no. I personally have, my personal brand has 15K worth of followers now, but I have over 40% in engagement.
Wow, that's
so which is more important then? Is it about the numbers or is it about the engagement?
Engagement is always better than the numbers.
And you know what, that's really interesting that you mentioned you have over 40% engagement, because standard engagement rates are less than 9%.
Yeah.
What? How have you managed to climb so high?
Well, me and my agency in the last 2 years collected a network of over 100 million followers in engagement groups. So I have engagement groups spanning from Dubai with celebrities, with top influencers, just doing multiple things and making sure that my clients get the best priority in Instagram.
So how do you help your clients go about getting more followers and more engaged, active people?
Well, usually what we do is that first is usually two parts. The first part is that we have an automated system that emulates like your likes, your comments, your followers and unfollowers, but it's only for a target market. Right. So pretend if it was Pixar, if we were using Pixar in a Disney movie like maybe Princess and the Frog, to push that, we would make sure that the target market is we're targeting all the Disney pages, all the Pixar pages, and we're emulating the likes and comments as if they're in the community 24/7.
Wow.
As well as the priority of the top influencers liking and commenting, giving Instagram's algorithm, tricking them that we're getting all that engagement.
So you are literally the only person that I've ever heard use the phrase tricking Instagram, because everyone has tried, everyone has failed. How have you succeeded?
Well, the thing is that there's no real way to trick Instagram, but the best thing you can do is boost your content in a way that the algorithm picks it up as a priority.
Right.
And the best way to do it is to understand the algorithm, and it's priority based. It doesn't run in chronological order. It's not like every time you post you see the first 10 seconds of everything your friend drops. It's always going to be Instagram's algorithm is based to give you the best content that you can so that you can stay on the platform for as long as possible. So tricking the platform is by giving you that priority likes with the top influencers, so the algorithm thinks that you're a priority, exposing you to more people, giving you more awareness that you deserve, really.
So in normal people terms, you say the more people that have influence that like you, the higher up you'll be and more importance you'll be receiving.
Exactly.
So you try to make it so those important people see you and like your stuff.
Exactly.
So you become important. Oh my. Okay, so what can regular people do to increase our followership? Because we don't maybe not know how to trick Instagram like you do. So how can we trick all the systems to get ourselves more followers, especially on Instagram?
Well, it's
organic followers as well.
Organic, of course. They always have to be real and active. But I always say that the first thing you should always do is be in your community 24/7. So you're always 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Maybe you take like 15 minutes every hour in which that you're engaging in your community. If you're a makeup artist, you're in the makeup hashtags, commenting, liking on new people. And if you're working on with other businesses, then you always try to stay in that target market and communicate, because what that's going to do is that you're constantly in the feedback, and Instagram's going to bless you for all the engagement you're giving. If you keep giving, the algorithm will give back to you.
Interesting. So this is why now you see, since Instagram changed their algorithm, you see people following 30 people in 1 hour or liking a whole bunch of pages. I always just thought they had nothing better to do.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, the issue is that most people, they like and comment just random pages. What my agency does in specific is that we have a system that laser targets and automatically is reading people's comments and has filters so that we're liking, commenting, following people who are already interested in what you're doing. They're already looking for what you're putting out. So when you like and comment on their page, it's just like you're adding the key to the missing keyhole.
But will they then come to your page and like and follow you because you did it to them? Or is that just the hope?
No, that will well, it's more of like an 80%, 80 to 20%, but the 80% that do most likely do it is because they are already seeing that you are doing what they want to do.
So the more people you like, the more likes you get.
Correct.
It's like the universal key to life. The more you give, the more you get.
Exactly.
We've cracked it!
Oh my God.
Hallelujah!
Exactly.
Now, I have a question for you with regards to all the different social media applications, because we focused a lot on Instagram, but there are, of course, so many others out there. Which would you say is the best? Which should be a priority for any business that wants to properly boost and build their brand?
Facebook.
Really?
Yes. I would say Facebook because it's the basic structure of every other social media platform right now. Instagram kind of follows up on based on how Facebook's thing is moving, and Facebook is starting to become more of a business platform. They're focusing more on the business end than the social media end, because a lot of people are saying Facebook is dying because now that all the aunties, the uncles,
grandmas,
the grandmas, they're all joining, but they're using that advantage because now they're getting the older site to see that they're going to turn it more into like a business module. So if you're running a business, you're trying to start a personal brand, the best way to start is on Facebook, and then let it drip down to the rest of the social media platforms.
Okay, so break down, how do we trick Facebook now? What is the key to getting more followers on Facebook?
We're going to figure that out after the break.
Oh my gosh, you're going to have to wait, my darling.
You have all these questions. I'm sure the viewers do too. We've got to take some of those questions
Okay,
as well.
so don't go anywhere then.
We'll be right back.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you. Welcome back to Rise 360. We're still here with the digital and social media specialist, Terrance Bell, and we have tons of questions. We left off talking about Facebook being the most important platform we should focus on, and I've been neglecting it. I'm sorry, Facebook. How can I increase my followers on Facebook?
Well, the best 3 things to do, it would be, one is consistency. Post between 1 to 3 times a day. Because
on Facebook?
On Facebook.
Really?
Yes. Same way on every social media platform. I feel like if you're growing your brand on any social media platform, you have to make room to post 1 to 3 times a day on any platform.
Now, are there certain times we should be doing that?
That is custom fit to how your brand is doing. I would use third-party websites like Social Blade is one of them. I know Display Purposes is another, in which that you're able to see the analytics of things rolling in for free and see like the likes, how many people are liking, what time are you getting the most likes, what times you're getting the most views, and based on those information, that's when you let out the best content that you can.
Yeah, and speaking of content, would you say that you should post the same thing across all platforms? So if I were to post a beautiful photo of myself on my Instagram, should I then post it also on my Twitter and my Facebook and my Pinterest and my whatever else exists?
Well, I think it depends on how important that piece of content is. Now, if it's just a picture of what you would say, and it's just something to post, then it's okay to post on every platform. But if you're trying to convey a message or trying to sell something or give an offer, I believe on every platform it should have something different. Maybe you have a list of 5 tips, right? Maybe on Twitter you'll release 2 of the tips. On Facebook you'll release 2 of the tips. Instagram you release 1 of the tips. Because what you're doing is you're going to get all those followers to crossbreed and mix, and you'll start getting all the followers from every platform all on one.
So would you say it would also be a good idea to have, like, when I post something on Instagram, to say automatically share with Twitter and Facebook, hoping they would come back to Instagram?
Exactly.
Because it don't seem like they're coming back.
Well, what you have to do is just make sure that your captions, everything has to be engaging. That's where people.
That's where you've been failing, Shannon.
Not engaging. Well, everybody keeps saying that word. That's like a magic word, engaging. So what does that mean? Does that mean using the hashtags, active words? What makes you engaging?
Well, it's a mixture of things. It could be you have an engaging caption. That's like a caption in which that you give the first line is maybe exactly what's going on. Second line being, oh, how do you like this post? Or you're asking community for feedback.
Questions, okay.
And when you get the feedback, you're also answering back. So what that does is that people are going to assume that you're always on your page, always posting content, always wanting to share you because you're always giving so much value back. So when that happens, they'll give you the value back of sharing your page and giving you what you want, likes, follows, engagement, etc.
I like this. Okay. So what would you say the biggest mistake or the most common mistake that people make on social media is?
Doing too many things at once. Most people, they try to fit like their business pictures, the personal photos, the quotes all into one page, and then they're either oversaturating the market by trying to post too much and post different things, so people are getting confused about what the main focus of your page is. Or people are seeing what your page does and is getting overwhelmed by all the different posts.
Photos.
All the different posts you're doing. Like if you're trying to be, for example, for me, like if I'm trying to do social media marketing and then I'm posting pictures of me and my dog all the time, or I'm posting mom cooking on Sunday all the time, people are like, where's the marketing tip?
What's the page about?
And then people are going to be unfollowing. But the consistency laid over with the value is going to bring people back.
So can you post too much? You said 1 to 3 times a day is a good number, but what if I see people doing 20 posts a day? Is that just
No, that's not real. 20 posts a day.
Okay, because some of them are stories. You know, 'cause I guess there's a difference between the story and the actual post.
Yes.
What's more important, the stories, the post, and does the story help push people to your post? Like, how does that work?
I say both, but exactly, stories help push people to your posts. It depends on how you use your stories. Posts are always going to be good, but stories are always going to be the limelight and the highlights of what your feed is going to be. Now people can see your story before they even see your page.
Okay, got you.
Right, so we have our social media pages.
Right.
I think we should start with Mr. Shadlanier.
Yeah, because mine's a wimpy one. Let's go ahead and I want you to analyze it and tell me what you think of this page here.
Okay.
Only 6,400 followers. Here's some of the stuff I've recently posted. I tried to make it different because I posted it at certain different times.
Stop telling us your life story. Let's let the specialist tell us
think
what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong.
Well, I love what you're doing where it's a lot of personal, like you're letting people know what you're doing on a daily basis, where you're going, and that gets people interested in your life. You're becoming a routine in people's lives. Now, double posting is terrible.
But technically that's not a double post. One was the Black Panther, and then the next one was
a double post.
Which one do you like more? The family Black Panther?
You should have asked that in the
snowman?
caption. That's what you just
That should have
taught
been a
us.
caption
It is.
in a carousel.
It is, and the second one with the snowman.
Yeah.
I was like, which one do you like more? You
If
saw
you're
the family.
going to ask an expert for his advice and then not follow it, there's no point.
Don't double post.
That when it comes to your videos, if you want to get more engagement, it's literally something as simple as adding something captivating. So you have the shark, that's already captivating. Now you can add like a small editing, add a small little red circle at the nose. You're tricking people subconsciously that they want to.
What is that?
Yeah, to see what is that, and then they see it, and then they get grabbed about what you do already.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
When it comes to, I treat every 3 posts as I call it a border.
Right.
So I tried to mix all 3 posts. Like you started doing it
I know what you're going to say.
Go back
When
up.
you have the 3 photos, the same thing. I have a friend that does that, and I could never understand why. She's a singer.
it's a theme, and it keeps everything clean and organized.
So your top 3 photos should be themed?
Well,
the same?
I'm saying the 3. If you start a photo, everything should match up
related.
and be related.
Gotcha.
Because people pay attention to the aesthetic of your page, what you're saying on your page, not just what you're posting, but how does the content make them feel, the value that they receive from that. People are thinking about that on a daily basis when they look at your stuff.
Well, I know someone who has a beautiful page and the aesthetics are very nice.
Who could it
Couture
be?
King. Let's
Is it
take
me?
a look. I'll let him be the judge of that.
I'm
So
terrified.
Tell us
What have
what
you
you
got
think
for
of
me?
her page. She has a lot more followers than I do, so they're loving it.
They are exactly double.
And I do have a question about the posts where we have like the quotes of the days or the positive message. Are those better than like a picture of ourselves, for example?
Quotes of the days, I believe, should only be posted on stories and like those type of mediums, because now that Instagram has adapted pretty much the same regulations of how Facebook works,
Right.
they lower your awareness and your reach for too many words being on the screen.
Interesting.
Just like if you're running an advertisement on Facebook ads, if there's too many words on the advertisement, lower people will see it. It's the same way on how Instagram works.
Wait, just to be clear, you said too many words, like in the writing and the caption. What we write,
No, not in the
we write too
caption.
much?
On the,
in
so
the
let's
picture.
bring,
Literally on
let's
the
bring that
screen.
screen back.
Yes, let's show
Yes.
back at the top of
So
her
it's
page.
the third photo that's on there.
Yeah.
So you're saying if there are too many words on a quote, then Instagram lowers your engagement.
Yeah, they won't.
It's a beautiful picture.
It's a version of shadow banning. So
course,
they'll
okay.
ban you without letting you know. So pretend if you're used to getting 10,000 reach, they see that you have too many words on your post, you might get 2,000 reach.
Because it's not as interesting as a picture of you.
Okay, so let's move on because I want to know what else I'm doing right and what else I'm doing wrong. Thank you, Mr. Shining Lanier.
This is part of it. This is part of it. Don't split the
Okay,
pictures.
so what else about that page did you see that was right and wrong?
I would, if you're gonna start posting selfies, selfies or post pictures of yourself, like I said, I would try to develop a theme for yourself. So if you're, pretend Monday or maybe Sunday before your week starts, if you might want to find a theme for the week. So like what I do on my page, for example, is like every week we have a theme for what the next 2 engagement episodes would be.
But if you said that you should post between 1 to 3 times a day,
Right.
and the 3 posts are your border, then surely in one day you've already done your theme. You know?
Exactly. But it can change around. Like if you have a theme for the week, you have sub themes for the day.
Oh, wow, this is really high tech. I thought Instagram was just for fun.
I know, right?
Oh my
Big,
goodness.
right? If you want to get the most value out of it, you got to pay attention to all the little things.
That's all the little things that make a big difference. And how pretty do the pictures? She always says you have to make it pretty. You have to edit.
No,
right?
I didn't say
Like-
pretty. I said
oh.
it has to be sharp. So
Sharp,
don't post
aesthetically
unfocused
pleasing,
photos because
right?
why? It's about pictures. It's
Right.
a visual representation
Well,
of your
every
life.
platform's different. You know, Instagram is literally a gallery. So of course the photos that you take would have to be of the best quality for you to get the best results because you're showing the highlights of your life.
Yeah.
Where Facebook is more of a social, we're having a conversation. So it doesn't matter. Like you can share between 5 to 10 times on Facebook and not feel the drawback of the algorithm because it's a conversation. But Twitter, people can post between 20 to 50 times a day. Like it's unrealistic. I doubt that's something that someone wants to do, but they won't be hurt by the algorithm because Twitter is literally one huge deep conversation. So there is no limit to how much you can post.
I have learned so much.
I have a great idea.
Tell
We've
me.
seen our pages. Let's put him and his company to the test. Let you guys take over our
challenge.
pages,
Okay.
work on them, and then we'll update it later in the week and tell people if they've improved. We'll show our pages
That
again.
sounds great.
So if we have
How
more
long does your
followers-
company need to see a difference?
It's usually instantaneous. We start working. If we start working, it takes about 6 hours for everything to start showing face. 48 hours for the first rollout of updates, where you'll see the major difference.
So today's Wednesday.
So
on
by the end of the
Friday's
week,
show-
Friday, we can report the results. That
Okay,
sounds
you're
amazing.
on.
Guys,
All right.
if you want excessive amounts of engagement like we do, contact the ZBA agency.
DBA agency.
That's
Terrance, thank you so
amazing.
much for
Wow.
joining us.
Of
Great
course,
job.
no
Thank you
problem.
for
Keep the great
educating
work
us.
up.
I've
Of
learned
course,
so
no problem.
much.
And we have a lot of homework to do too.
We do.
All right, so we're going to talk about that during the break, and we will be right back. Oh my gosh, that was great.
That was
So much.
so good. How